Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. I'm having some fun with this one. As you saw, the title to the Daily Dose today is Shazam! Do you guys remember? Gosh, what was the show? Well, golly! Shazam! Right? And what did Gomer Pyle always used to say Shazam for? What was he saying Shazam? Shazam was what he said when he got a eureka idea, right? When something hit him and he figured something out, right? When something actually clicked, like he went, Shazam, right? I love the Daily Dose. What's the point? Sometimes we hear things over and over and over again, but it doesn't click. It doesn't sink in. It doesn't set. The light bulb doesn't come on. Ding, right? If repetition is truly the mother of learning, and it is, then sometimes we have to hear things 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe 100 times before we have a Shazam kind of moment, right? Before it really clicks. And this example, you can name 1,000 times in your life, right? When this has been true for you. I mean, think about it. You were told growing up, you got to save, you got to save, you got to save, you got to save, you got to save. And then maybe it was in your mid-20s or early 30s. You hit a roadblock, you hit a bump in the road. Maybe you didn't have enough in your savings account to cover the little hard patch of life there. And you had a Shazam moment, right? Where you went, I got it now. It didn't matter that you'd heard it 1,000 times. You had to learn it the hard way, right? I'm letting you know that sometimes we, as individuals, we tell ourselves, okay, we got to get better. We got to work on some personal development. I'm going to buy a book. I'm going to listen to an audio. I'm going to get the Compound Effect from Darren Hardy, or I'm going to get Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to read that sucker. And we read it one time, or we listen to it one time, and we think, all right, I got it. But you know what? That's not going to do it. That's not going to do the trick. Or maybe you hear a daily dose, right? Something that we do here, and you go, wow, that's a great insight, Brian, and I got it. Thank you. That's awesome. And it's the last time you ever listen to it. And I'm going to let you know, guys, that repetition is the mother of learning. Look, if I say plop, plop, fizz, fizz, you say, oh, what a relief it is. If I say my baloney has a first name, it's, and you say OSCAR, right? When did you wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I'm going to memorize the Oscar Mayer baloney song. That never happened. That never happened. You never woke up in the morning and said, I'm going to do that. It got implanted here because you heard it over and over and over and over. You heard, here's a story of a lovely lady. You heard that over and over and over. You heard plop, plop, fizz, fizz over and over and over. You've heard, I'd like to teach the world to sing. You're all going right now in perfect harmony, right? You've heard it over. How did this stuff get in your brain? And the answer is it got in there by repetition. It was totally unconscious, right? So how would you like to have the right sales technique, the right language, the right posture, the right closing technique, the right positivity, the habit of reinforcement? How would you like for the positive habits, behaviors, speech patterns, these things in your life that you know can better your business, increase your effectiveness, increase your performance? How would you like these things to become automatic, like plop, plop, fizz, fizz, or my baloney has a first name? Right? How would you like when somebody gives you an objection to joining your opportunity? How would you like to have a polite, respectful, and tactful discussion around that objection that comes automatically like the Brady Bunch song? Wouldn't that be fantastic? That only comes one way. How would you like, when you get into a confrontation and somebody says something to you that's offensive, how would you like it if immediately your instantaneous reaction was not to lash out, but instead to go, I wonder if they're hurting inside. And perhaps I should just back away from this tactfully and let this, recede into the side. Wouldn't that be a better reaction? How would you like for that to be your automatic default setting? These things don't happen by accident. They happen by conscious programming. The same way that you programmed Plop Plop Fizz Fizz and the Brady Bunch song can be programmed for proper responses, proper language, proper attitude, all of these things, smiling when you talk, these things can be programmed the same way through repetition. So what's the point? The point is, whatever audiobooks that, I've listened to Brian Tracy's audiobook, Maximum Achievement, maybe 50 times. Whatever audiobooks bring the greatest lessons for you. whatever daily doses you thought had the greatest impact for you, whatever books you've read that made the largest impact for you and made the most sense for you and allowed you to make the most positive change in your life, read them again. Listen to them again. Hit it again and again and again and again until it becomes automatic, until it becomes the Oscar Mayer baloney song for you. And it doesn't matter what situation you're in, and it doesn't matter what's been said to you, and it doesn't matter what objection you got, and it doesn't matter how hard the prospect is or how fiercely opposed you are in any situation. It doesn't matter, because you've got the tools in your tool bag, and they come out of you just as easily and fluidly as the Christmas time Coca-Cola song, because you put it in your brain over and over and over again, and you programmed yourself with the right stuff, the good stuff, the powerful stuff, the effective stuff, just as well as Coca-Cola and Oscar Mayer programmed you with their stuff, only you did it consciously, not unconsciously like when you were a kid. So guys, that's the dose. Get into the books, guys. Personal development is the most powerful thing that you can do for yourself. And make it a great weekend, you guys. I'm gonna have a really fantastic Memorial Day message for you. Stand by. That one's gonna be a good one. Make it a great day, everyone.